Go ahead.
We came and we noticed some feathers down here. So we're pretty certain some type of villain got in, and we ascertained that it was most likely was a raccoon, which got through over here. It bent through here, through the hole, which we'll put some bricks down with some ties like we have around this perimeter here, which is probably why he didn't go on this one.
Yeah.
Over the course of the winter, we've noticed there's been some predators around, like foxes, things like that. And we have 4 roosters in here, which can slow your egg production down. However, and we still got 5 today. However, I think in this country area, which is pretty secluded, having roosters is a good idea, particularly with larger predators. I don't think he ate them. We're pretty sure we still have all of our chickens. So I would assume all the roosters came out and defended her. But here you go. You can see them. And there's not a lot of blood. A couple feathers had some blood on it, but there wasn't a blood trail, which obviously means he didn't succeed. Another thing was there was no way he'd be able to pull it through that fence.
No.
The chickens are too big. So to that point, as loud and obnoxious as he is and overly aggressive, he definitely will do the trick.
Hell
this
yeah.
right here, neck and neck, not that aggressive. Can be if you mess with her best friend, Belinda. Old Polish guy here, he's more of a bluffer, this guy here. But that boy right there,
He'll fight.
he fights. He kicked me in the knee, and seriously, my knee was sore for like 3 weeks. This guy over here, which I believe also is the red...
Rhode Island Red.
Red.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not real familiar with them.
But I know he hasn't showed 1 ounce of aggression, this guy over there. But again,
Starting to snow.
I'm pretty certain old raccoon came in.
It tried. It was trying.
It was not successful. All right, we're gonna go knock this out and put something in front of that.
Yep.
Hey guys, we lost a couple of our red sexlings today. When we got there, we noticed some feathers spread about inside the run as well as the outside. And we saw footprints the last few days, which we believe is a small fox, which I wasn't too concerned about that getting underneath because our fence is pretty strong at the bottom. And I wasn't worried about getting over top either because obviously foxes don't climb. So that wasn't too concerning. But we had not seen any other tracks. When I got there today, I noticed immediately it was either a raccoon or a opossum. I'm pretty certain it was a raccoon track on the outside. So as we got inside, we noticed feathers all about it. We did a head count. We think we lost 2. Now, that being said, I think one of them had already flown out of the coop because these red sexlings, they're very flighty. They're still younger and they're able to fly, and they get very fidgety. If they want food, they'll try to get out. So I made it a point to put a lot more food in lately, and we kind of remedied that problem. However, I'm thinking if the raccoon got inside, one of them took flight out. Now, you probably wonder, why aren't they inside the coop? Well, when we first got our chickens, we got 3 roosters with 15 hens. That wasn't our intention, but there was a family friend who no longer wanted these chickens, and we just took them all. Now, obviously, that ratio of a 1 to 5 ratio isn't your best, so we went out and we got ourselves another 6 of the red sexlings, and they were okay. They weren't laying yet. They were still youngsters, so we got them and we kind of got them all good, and they were happy, if you will. They were comfortable. They really weren't laying much. It was early November. We got all this flock together, so now we're up to 21 and 3. And the ratio's getting a little better, and things were going well. We hadn't had any issues with hawks or birds, nothing. But then 2 flew away from the original 15 flock. We came one day, we seen 1, and we couldn't get it. The thing went to the freaking woods and wouldn't come back, and we don't know what happened to the other one, so we assume it got away through the night, and we don't know. So now we're down at 19 and 3. So then we waited a little longer, and another person who was acquaintance of ours contacted my wife and said, hey, I have another rooster, and I have, I believe, 6 hens. Yeah, it was 6. But could you take them all? So we did that as well. So now we're at 4 and 25, and we're like, holy cow, we need more chickens. So then we went out and got 10 more red sexlings. Long story short, the sexlings are very flighty. They like to fly, they like to run, they're very active. And 2, they're extremely friendly. So they don't really have a flight in them. When you come close to them, you can easily pick them up and handle them. They're pretty petty. So that posed somewhat of a thought process in my mind that, okay, that could be a potential problem. Because predators, these birds don't really run from anything. So lo and behold, we think the raccoon got in. No other breed of bird. We have Easter eggers. There's no problem. Our rooster is a neck and neck. Then we have a Polish rooster, and then there you go. So there was different breeds down there, and we never had any problem with them. They've all, they're pretty fly. You try to pick them up, they're gone. Not the sexlings. They're really easy to get to, really easy to get at. And I think that was the raccoon knew. Probably been watching and thought, I'm trying to go for these ones. Again, they really wouldn't go in the coop. They'd go in throughout the night, but they kind of made their own little gang in the corner by our run, and it seemed like when we would show up, that's where they would be every morning. And well, there goes. I think the raccoon got a couple. So what we're going to do is go out there and refortify anything along the bottom of our fence. Put some bricks down there. And most of it is already fortified with tires around it. We made sure we put the fence inside the ground. So what I'm pretty certain happened was on the back side of the coop, there's a small little hole on the rear where the tires didn't quite meet. And I mean a hole maybe 12 inches maybe. Just big enough where that coon could have came underneath, popped his head out of the coop in the front, and went right inside. I'm pretty certain that's what happened. So we're going to go out there, fill all that in, make sure it can't happen again, obviously. And also, we're going to introduce 2 blue Americanas in the next hour to the flock. So we lost a couple, and immediately we went and picked a couple up. And the Americanas are a little bit more formidable in the fact that they're not quite as friendly. And also, too, I'm pretty sure they'll take to the coop, like all the other birds did, with the exception of some of the sexlings. So that's what we're about to go do right now. Keep you posted. We'll be back at you. Hey, but what's the kind of rooster that we thought we have? I said we have a
Rhode Island Red.
Rhode Island Red. That's it. Rhode Island Red, and we have a neck and neck, and we have a Polish. The Rhode Island Red.
Two Rhode Island Reds,
we
we think.
We have.
The one's just like
they're pretty formidable. I mean, that probably 3 weeks ago, one of those things kicked me in the knee. I'm not joking. My knee was sore for a week, and it bled. So I'm pretty certain because the sex links, they came in later, and they were still young. None of the roosters really took them in as theirs. They weren't really, the protective mode wasn't on real strong for them. You would see the roosters really protective of the Easter eggers. You saw that all the time. And we also have some barred rock. What, we have like 5 or 6 of those?
4.
4 barred rocks. And those, the roosters are very protective of. But that was part of the original flock. When we brought in more sex links, they never really took to the sex links as overly protective or part of their flock in that way. They weren't mean to them, but they just weren't all that concerned with them. So I think that also played a major role in why the raccoon was able to corner them and easily victimize them. Whereas the other ones, I'm assuming, were inside the coop like they normally are, and 2 protected by the roosters. So we'll make sure that most of the breeds, and 2, the thing about the sex links are they don't live very long. A lot of people are saying 18 months max, you get 350 eggs or so out of them, and next thing you know, they're on the dinner table because they stop producing. Some people say 2 years. Most are going more towards the 18-month, 2-year max. So these were about 6, 7 months old. We lost them pretty young. I don't even think they even produced any eggs, to be honest. But from here on out, we're going to try to fade away from the sex links, which are also known as ISA browns. There's a million names for these things. But we're going to stick with more formidable, hardy, and long-living breeds like the Easter eggers and the barred rocks.
Ironic. What? I said earlier, I said, boy, I think they're nesting because they're going to lay more eggs today. Yeah. They did. Really? Got 8 eggs in one day in the middle of winter. Came back to 3 big old eggs. Yeah. I was like, whatever started them up, I think they realized they wasn't doing a good job, and I called the raccoon on them.
Yeah. The boys are here with the chicken.
See how it's done.
Let's try opening them by the coop, you think? Or do you don't think it'll make a difference?
Sometimes they just open it and they start flying.
You in there? See how I do it. Oh, you got some little, you just juveniles, huh? Here we go, guys. Come on. Hey, relax.
He ran and slid.
Right, 'cause he's trying to tell there's new chickens in there. He ain't cool with it. Oh, you're just juveniles, man.
Oh, jeez.
I
didn't know Americanas were that small.
Hey, it's okay. But look, if they mess with you, I'll handle it. I don't know what I'm going to do for them.
So these Americanos were born in either September or October, which would make them
6 months.
6 months. We had no idea, I had no idea that Americanas were even smaller than red sexlings.
Yeah, but I want to know the temperament. Let's see this. Say hello. What you think?
What are they doing? Telling everybody that there's new hens in
What
town.
do you think about this? Look at the sex links, though, how alert these guys are.
Yeah. Because they're like, wow, they're even younger than us. Good morning, guys. Nikki here. So we came out to check our chickens again because, you know, we got the 2 new ones. And they're good. They made it through the night. But as soon as he made it over there before me, and he's like, oh, it got another one. So I came over, and there was chicken carcass all everywhere. And the chickens eat it. Chickens will eat anything. So they were picking up what was left. Anyway, so we're like, how did this raccoon get back in? Because we did everything yesterday to make sure that it was like a fortress. And so we're standing there. He was checking for eggs and everything. And I happened to look across the street over here where that barn's at. It's a beautiful barn. Anyway, I look over and I see something walking. And it looks like, it actually looked like one of our cats at home named Gucci. She's real fluffy. And I'm like, Josh, there's a cat over there. And I said, that's not a regular cat. I think it's a bobcat. And sure enough, it was a bobcat. And he was just walking along, looking at us. And then he stopped. So I went in the house. I was walking over towards the house. Of course, I didn't have my phone for this, guy. So you're just going to have to live with my story. Anyway, I go in the house. And my husband yells in. And he's like, he's gone. You know, it's too late. Because we got to get rid of this guy somehow. I actually have a trap at home. I might be able to trap him now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway, that's our bobcat story. Pretty awesome. How'd you like the bobcat?
Living in the wild, you know. Not easy life out here in the country. Yeah, a bobcat villain.
There he goes. I don't know if you could see him walking. He's way over there. I think he's kind of still. He hears us coming. There's some neighbors that are being pretty loud. There he is. See him moving there? I don't know if you can. Right. He's going up the hill. See him going up the hill? He just ran. We're letting them out of jail.
You guys notice the food on good, right?
Here they come.
Come on.
Josh, look at Belinda.
Come on, big girl.
That's Belinda. That's my favorite hen. She's big.
Come on, big girl.
Come on, Belinda. Everybody else is like, come on.
There you go. Yeah, our newest members are coming. They're right there. They're coming out.
Are they?
Not there. They're back in the back.
Oh, hey, look, he's doing this thing.
Yeah, that's all. Hey, you took over in there, huh?
Good job. Oh, he's
Come on, little
has a
guy.
feather hanging over
They
there.
gotta come out too. Come on.
He's in a mood. I love that sound. Well, worst case scenario, if they don't come out, I'll just put some water inside of there.
They're coming. I think they're gonna wait till they're all out.
What was he fighting right there,
He
himself?
wasn't. I think he got startled.
Oh.
I think he got startled.
Oh, there's a wing over there I must have missed.
Yeah, I noticed that. Where are we going?
I'm not sure. I can hear more birds in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till he moves out and I'm gonna open it the whole way.
Yeah.
I guess that rooster wasn't as skittish as we thought. He said, I'm gonna show y'all something right now.
He's just a passive player, that's all.
Oh, we about to play this.
Move it along. You see him?
Yeah, they're in the corner. Both. Same place they were when I left. They're like, yeah.
Well, no, no one's in there. I can still grab that water. It won't hurt to get a little bit of water.
I'll get him out of here.
Okay. Hey, oh, there's a couple of you girls in here. Huh.
Oh, female?
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, he's coming.
Oh, shit. You scared the hell out of me. Oh, and then he's going in. Okay, I'll just...
I said, there's nothing I can do to stop him.
Check it out. We got 6 more eggs today. So, okay, the funny thing is, guys, is that it seems like after a slaughter of one of their friends, they just lay like crazy. Look at those.
Came out to 25 eggs in 6 days. That's pretty cool.
Heck yeah. Hey guys, I'm just sitting here getting ready to go to bed. I just wanted to give a quick thank you to everybody who is watching the videos, liking them, sharing them, our new subscribers. We really appreciate it. Thanks for following our journey. Have a good night.
Like, share, subscribe.